Did you know that one study estimates that iron deficiency without anemia is actually 3 times as common as iron deficiency anemia? Iron deficiency with and without anemia are preventable and treatable conditions. Iron deficiency is actually the most common nutrition deficiency in the world, affecting over 1 billion people. Over half of 11 to 18-year-old females and over a quarter of 19 to 64-year-old females eat below the recommended amount of iron. Each year, 57,000 people are admitted to UK hospitals in an emergency due to iron deficiency anemia. It can be caused by a number of factors, including gastrointestinal bleeding, menstruation, decreased dietary iron, and decreased iron absorption. Iron can be found in meat, lentils, kale, chickpeas, beans, soy, microprotein products, and many nuts and seeds. Eating foods with vitamin C, like citrus fruits, peppers, broccoli, and kiwi, can help with iron absorption. If you are tired without explanation, you should always consult your doctor. Dealing with restless legs is also a reason to reach out. Sometimes we tell ourselves things are no big deal because they don't really affect our lives in a huge way. We feel like we're bothering people with small complaints. But you are valuable and your life is short. Don't let a deficiency steal away any moments. If you think you would benefit from extra nutrients, add a multivitamin to your diet. Sometimes you're lucky and that's all the help you need. But if your problem is malabsorption or you have an internal bleed, you need medical attention. I know the NHS has a lot of uneducated and ill-mannered staff. If you're not getting the attention you deserve from your doctor, you are within your right to change doctors. And you have a legal right to a second opinion. No doctor should deny you a regular blood test. They should be just as interested in your health as you are, and asking for a yearly full blood test is a normal thing to request. If your doctors gaslight you or makes you feel in any way a regular blood test isn't necessary, report them and find a new doctor. Some NHS staff feel their scrubs give them a bigger brain, when in fact, it just inflates their ego. They hate to be told they're wrong or they're not acting in your best interest. Did you know that each GP is allowed to have 2,000 patients registered with them? It doesn't take common sense to realize this is way too many to get proper care. These doctors often rely on you feeling ashamed to reach out. Don't live your life for a stranger just because he has a degree. We see on the news daily that even the most prominent of people do the most outrageous things. When it comes to your health, trust yourself. To test iron properly, you need a ferritin test. My doctors were using my hemoglobin results to estimate my iron deficiency. But my deficiency doesn't cause anemia. So for months, I was fobbed off being told your iron is fine when they never even checked the iron, just the red blood cell count. So if you reach out for a blood test for iron, ask specifically for a ferritin test. 4 doctors at my surgery were using the wrong results for months. And did it affect them? Absolutely not. Only me. If I didn't do the research, I would have never gotten anywhere. How come I still feel like I'm dealing with a deficiency when they're all telling me I'm fine? It didn't make sense until I realized they were all using a blood count to guess the iron levels. And of course, when I bring this up, I got completely ignored by them. It's disgusting how some doctors behave. And what's worse is, if they're doing that to me, how many other patients are low iron but told they're fine? That's why 57,000 are admitted to the A&E each year with a simple deficiency that should have been caught weeks or months prior. But they'll never admit to that. Advocate for yourself and loved ones. Don't let the NHS make you a statistic. Low iron can cause not just unexplained tiredness, but also a low appetite, restless leg syndrome, headaches, ringing in the ears, hair loss or weakening, brittle nails, night sweats, nightmares, dizziness, memory issues, cognitive issues, heart palpitations, shortness of breath, overall weakness, visual and olfactory hallucinations, and other symptoms. Far more issues than most doctors even realize. So if you only have 1 or 2 of these symptoms, you can easily be diagnosed with other ailments unless your doctor does proper testing. I was told I had a thyroid issue when I didn't. And the medication they gave me was a dopamine agonists, which really messed with my mental health, as they often do. Doctors would have you believe that Googling your symptoms is a bad idea. But did you know that's how the NHS works? The doctors type in your symptoms and they diagnose you with the first thing that pops up. If that ends up being not the issue, they flat out say, "I don't know," and expect that to be the end of it. It's about time we take that phrase away from medical professionals. You can get that from a stranger on the street. We should be able to expect more from the NHS. After all, we pay for it. It's not free like they try to make you believe. You pay with your tax, your national insurance contributions, and some patient fees. Don't let them make you pay with your life or even one day of unnecessary suffering. This has been another spew from Bipolar Me.
Did I say subscribe? I can't remember if I said subscribe. You should probably subscribe.